Hello and welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining me today. I see we've got at least one person here today. So, welcome. Today I can see myself. I don't know if you were with me last week when I couldn't see myself. I don't know what the deal was with my camera. Anyway, that's pretty typical for me in tech. There's always something fun and interesting happening for me with tech stuff. So, thank you for being here, joining me live or joining the replay. Appreciate you being here. So, we are going to start with our short little meditation elevate to allow us to arrive, and then we will get going talking about forgiveness today. So, if you will, take a moment to close your eyes if you're in a safe place to do that, and just start taking some deep, nourishing breaths, getting centered and grounded and arriving in this space. Slowing your breathing, slowing your thinking, really allowing yourself to be in this sacred space for yourself today. And I want to invite you to put your hands over your heart and really imagine that you're sinking into your heart. Your heart space is the seat of your soul. This is where you connect to the divine, to your higher self. There's actually been studies to show that our hearts tune into things around us before our brains do. So get out of your brain. Your thinking brain's always got something going on. Try to get into your heart, into this place of compassion, forgiveness, understanding, patience, love, all the good things. And with your attention here in your heart space, I want to invite you to think about someone who really, really loves you and that you really love. So this can be a human or an animal, currently on the planet or not, but someone, when you think about them, it really brings you into that space of love and gratitude and appreciation. Childhood pets are fabulous for this. And really allow yourself to feel this feeling. And if this feeling has a color to you, tune into that color. See what I get today. Purple. Maybe because I'm wearing purple. I don't know. But purple is the color I'm getting. Whatever you're getting, tune into whatever the color of love, appreciation, gratitude is. And imagine filling up every single soul in your body, every single cell in your body with this love, with this gratitude, with this high vibration energy. And let's take one more deep, nourishing breath together. Opening your eyes, coming back to here and now. So, again, thank you for joining me. If you'd like to share where you're joining from in the world and the chat, you're welcome to do that. Here in North Carolina, it's 73 and sunny right now, which is fabulous after we had so much rain. So, we're talking about forgiveness today. And forgiveness is a big topic. Oh, hi, Callie. um, when I think about forgiveness, I think about forgiving ourselves first and then forgiving others. And most of us have a harder time forgiving ourselves than we do others. And if you take it even bigger, if you take it to the world um, uh, stage, if you will, and you think about all the horrific things going on in the world currently and in the past, it's hard to get into a space of forgiveness, right? Mm, sorry to hear that, Leslie. We had that last week. So, or was it the week before? Can't even remember. Anyway, we've had some really bad weather too. I'm going to mute myself just a second. So, as you're tuning in to thinking about forgiveness, we're going to start with ourselves and then we're going to talk about forgiving others. So, I want to share with you a quote from Max Lucado. And the quote is, "Forgiveness is unlocking the door to set someone free and realizing you were the prisoner." Forgiveness is unlocking the door to set someone free and realizing you were the prisoner. So as you think about that, who are you holding a grudge against? Who are you still holding on to victimhood with? Where in your life do you still have resentment or anger or pain? Because guess what? You're the one holding the hot coal. You're the one getting burned, not them. They've probably moved on. They've probably got other things they're dealing with. You're the one hurting yourself when you're holding on to unforgiveness. And that is much easier for me to say than it is to just let go of, right? I mean, it is not that easy to let go of things, especially if you've been hurt in horrific ways. If you're if you've been abused or neglected in serious ways or even minor ways, that is not an easy thing to let go of. And yet, I'm inviting you to try to move up to that soul level, that higher view, that what I call the treetop view of looking at things from a space of if, and this is an if, depending on your belief system, if your soul chose to come here and chose to come here to learn and grow, and if your soul had a soul contract with other souls to experience something for you to learn about forgiveness and about letting go of grudges and resentments and etc., then nothing's an accident. Then it all happened on purpose. And that's a hard one to wrap our little human brains around. There is a book I highly, highly recommend, The Little Soul in the Sun by Neil Donald Walsh. So if somebody wants to put that in the chat, you can, or we'll put that in the show notes. The Little Soul in the Sun by Neil Donald Walsh. It's technically a children's book, but I promise you it is not a children's book. It is a beautifully illustrated book that, sorry, I didn't pick it up. I should have had it to show you, but highly recommend reading the book. And if you don't want to buy it, you don't have to. You can listen to it here on YouTube. So we'll put the link in the show notes for that too, so that you can go to that if you like. Thank you, Kelly. But in that book, and by the way, if you choose to listen to it here on YouTube, it's 13 minutes and something seconds. He talks about the fact that our souls do make agreements with other souls, and we do come here to experience things together. And what appears to us from a human level to be, no way would I have ever chosen to be abused or hurt or to have cancer or whatever. No way from a human level. But our souls don't think the same as our human egos do. So, something to think about. And here's an even more radical idea. From a soul level, there is nothing to forgive. Yeah. Try that one on for size. There is nothing to forgive. Everything is happening in divine right order and as it is meant to. And from a human level, that makes no sense. So we're working with our human part today, and we're going to do some tapping on releasing the judgment of ourselves and the grudges that we hold against others. So here's the quick little how to do EFT tapping. And I want to tell you that the level that we do when I do these live events is what I call demo level tapping, meaning that we're only going so deep. Because number one, when you're choosing to tap with me in this situation and anytime in a live event like this, you are agreeing to take full responsibility for your emotional and energetic well-being. Okay, so that's a little disclaimer. Secondly, when I work with people individually, we go much deeper and we are more specific. So, understanding that you're getting a level that will help, it definitely will make a difference. EFT is a beautiful healing modality that can be used in many, many ways, and it's possible to go deeper to do more healing work. So, let's go over how to tap. So what we will be doing is we'll be doing what's called a setup phrase or balancing statement, tapping on the side of the hand, and it's just 4 fingers under the pinky finger. And we'll be doing what's called, like I said, a setup phrase or balancing statement that will be something along the line of, even though it is so hard for me to forgive myself, or even though it's so hard for me to forgive others, today I am choosing, or I am okay. So we will start with what I call the truth telling, where I am, what I'm holding on to, and then where I want to go. That's the balancing part. That's why it's called a balancing statement. And it's a setup phrase because it's setting us up for what we're going to work on. So we'll do that 3 times on the side of the hand, and then we'll do what's called a round. And 2 fingers, I start in between the eyebrow, and this is called the eyebrow point, or the eyebrows, I should say. The next one is the side of the eye, under the eye, under the nose. The chin point is the indentation between the lip and the chin. The next point is called the collarbone, but you actually find your collarbone points, go down about an inch and out about an inch. The next point is called the underarm point, but for the ladies, that's the bottom of the bra line or where you would wear a heart monitor. So it's further down. So it's not right up here like a monkey. It's way down here. And you can do what I'm doing, same side or crossbody if that's more comfortable for you. And the last point we're using today is the top of the head. There are other points, but this is what we're sticking to for now. Okay, so I want you to get a number 0 to 10 of how much you love and forgive yourself, and accept others. Okay, so 10 is Mother Teresa level. This is where you love everybody, you accept yourself, you forgive yourself, everybody's forgiven, you live on this high spiritual plane all the time. That's a 10. 0 is I have done so many things. I have so many regrets. I can't even imagine forgiving myself for anything. That's a 0. So if you would, I would love it if you would put in the chat what that number is for you right now before we start tapping. Excuse me, we're working on moving up the scale on the today. So again, 10 is totally forgiving myself and others. 0 is can't even imagine forgiving myself and others. So before we tap, I'm going to invite you to grab a sip of whatever you're drinking. Get my little kombucha mix. Thank you. Okay. So I'm going to ask you to take a moment to take a deep breath. And while we're doing the tapping, you may want to think about a specific event, especially if it's something relatively small. You don't want to deal with the big stuff, again, demo level. But something recent and that's still on your mind and heart might be a great place to tap on. So let's go to the side of the hand. Repeating after me, preferably out loud. So even though it is hard for me to forgive, it's hard for me to forgive myself, and it's hard for me to forgive others. And yet today, I am choosing to be open to that possibility. So even though I can't even imagine forgiving myself, I've made so many mistakes and have so many regrets. And I judge myself so harshly. And today I'm open to the possibility that I can release and let some of that go. So even though it's hard for me to forgive myself and to forgive others, because so many things have been done to me, and I feel like a victim in so many situations, today I am open to a new perspective, and I'm grateful for the possibility of releasing and letting some of this go. All right, we're going to go around the points, going to the eyebrow point. I can't forgive myself. Side of the eye. I have so many regrets. Under the eye. I've made so many mistakes. Under the nose. I've done so many stupid things. Chin. And I've said things I wish I could take back. Collarbone. I just judged myself so harshly. Under the arm. I judge myself for so many things. Top of the head. My inner critic is alive and well and telling me what I do wrong all the time. Back to the eyebrow. I can't imagine forgiving myself. Side of the eye. There's just so many things. Under the eye. I've done things this week I wish I hadn't done. Under the nose. And yet I'm acknowledging that I am human. Chin. And humans are not perfect. Collarbone. We make mistakes that are actually learning and growth opportunities. Under the arm. I wonder if I could start seeing my mistakes as learning and growth opportunities. Top of the head. I wonder if I can become more aware of things and learn to make different choices. Back to the eyebrow. I wonder if I could pause and think before I speak. Probably not going to do it perfectly, but I wonder if I can start doing that a little more often. Under the eye. I wonder if I can be gentler with myself. Under the nose. I wonder if I can be more patient, compassionate, and understanding with myself. Chin. And I wonder if I can become more compassionate, understanding, and patient with others. Collarbone. Because the more I learn to forgive and accept myself, maybe I can be more understanding and forgiving with others. Under the arm. And wouldn't that feel fabulous to not carry the weight of all this unforgiveness? Under the arm. Therefore, I am choosing today to forgive as much as I can. Back to the eyebrow. I'm choosing to forgive myself as much as I can and to forgive others as much as I can today. Side of the eye. I'm not going to do it perfectly, and I'm not going to let it all go today. Under the eye. But I'm willing to start the process today. Under the nose. I'm willing to open my heart and be more loving and forgiving with myself and others today. Chin. I'm learning to be more gentle, patient, and tender with myself and others today. Going to the collarbone. I am so grateful that I am willing to start forgiving today. Under the arm. I am grateful for whatever forgiveness I can allow into my heart today. So I'm going to ask you to stop tapping, put your hands over your heart, take a deep, nourishing breath with me. And I want you to tune into the color of forgiveness. Is the color of forgiveness the same to you as the color of love that you found at the beginning? Or is it different? And I want you to imagine filling your heart with forgiveness, allowing that divine love and support to come into your heart to support you and becoming more forgiving, more gentle, more patient, more understanding. And then imagine spreading this forgiveness from your heart all throughout your body, your physical body, your mental body, your emotional body, your pain body, your aura, whatever words work for you. And then imagine spreading it out from you, that you're spreading love and forgiveness, tenderness, compassion out from you 360 degrees all around you, being a source of love, forgiveness, and compassion in the world. And as you spread this love and forgiveness out to the world, it comes back to you multiplied and magnified. And spread it out again. Infinity loop. Spread more love and forgiveness, more acceptance, more gentleness, more kindness out into the world, and let it come back to you over and over. And with your hands over your heart, let's take one last deep, nourishing breath together. Really anchoring in that love and forgiveness. And tune back into that number, 0 to 10. Where are you now with your forgiveness? Hopefully it's grown. And when you're ready, opening your eyes, coming back to here and now, hopefully feeling renewed, refreshed, revitalized, ready to go out into your day with a little better, higher vibration energy, a little bit lighter step, a little bit more open-hearted. So if you'd like to share in the chat what your number is now, if you were keeping up with that, that would be great. I'd love to see. Ooh, beautiful, Callie. Thank you for sharing that. So forgiveness, thank you, Leslie. Forgiveness is a way of life. It's like gratitude. The more that we forgive and forget as much as possible, but the more that we are offering forgiveness to ourselves first and to others on a regular basis, the lighter we are, the more we're not carrying the heaviness of grudges and resentment and judgment, blah, blah, blah. So I thank you so much for joining me today. I will be on vacation next week, so please check in and watch any of the YouTube live recordings that are here for you on YouTube. And I will be back the first week in June to do, I forgot what. So I apologize. I don't remember what the topic is, but I will be back the first Thursday in June. I'm pretty sure that's the 6th at 9 a.m. Eastern. Again, I hope you have a fabulous day. Blessings to you all. Namaste. Bye, everyone.